Well, hello, my friends. Thanks for tuning in again another day to hear what the old crazy man has to say. Just having another lazy day here. We are just on a roll with the rain. It's just raining, raining, raining. There's even some possible flooding occurring in this area, but this is the next best thing for me for the holidays. If it's not going to be cold, at least it's kind of gray and dreary out, which I'm a strange guy. I kind of like that sometimes. So yeah, just been having another lazy do nothing day, and I've been doing a little reading this afternoon after lunch. Um, and I realized, you start getting a little contemplative around this time of the year as the year starts to draw to a close. And I kind of start doing a mental inventory over what happened during the year and how things went, how I'm feeling, what I feel like I've accomplished, and what I need to work on. And all in all, 2015 was a very good year. I'm very pleased with this year. I feel like I made a lot of progress. As always, I'm happy. I'm healthy. There's a few things to work on, though. There's always things to work on. It's a never-ending process. Even through the next 338 lifetimes, there's always going to be things to work on. And for me, I think I've been putting off working on this, but this is going to be something that I really need to take hold of in the new year. And that's just a lack of mindfulness, just scatteredness, just really wanting to. It's almost like if my mind is like this, it's just emitting things. It's just all over the place. It jumps. It's very seldom still. I go back and forth, but I'm kind of in a period. I've kind of slipped away from my meditation. About the only meditation, that kind of thing I've been getting is doing the yoga, more of a moving meditation. And sometimes, even though I'm aware of it, mindfulness is something that has to be worked on all the time. Just being in the moment, not just constantly jumping around, not constantly looking for something else, not constantly being restless, but being content within ourselves, being able to be still, being able to be calm and still within our mind. That just affords a lot of peace. And I don't want to say that I'm troubled or I'm unpeaceful. It's just that, there's times where I just really know I feel like I need to really center, and I'm just distracted. So I was reading a little piece today. I'm reading a magazine I picked up in Pensacola this last weekend, Shambhala Sun. It's a little Buddhist publication, and this one is mostly devoted to Thich Nhat Hanh. He's a little Vietnamese monk. If you've never heard of him, you really should go look him up because he's got some really good stuff. I've been reading him for well over 20 years now, and maybe, people like him, I kind of think every time I see this silliness in our little worlds and people talking about gurus and stuff, our little food gurus, I laugh my asses off because I look to something with a little bit more substance. And if I've ever had a guru, this is my guru that I have never met. There's one other I've talked about before, but this is my one guru I've never met. Just everything I've ever read of his has resonated with me. And this piece kind of spoke a little bit more to what I'm talking about as far as, just pulling it all together, centering, home, mindfulness, being present. Now, some of those words, they may seem like totally different things to other people. But within my head, all those different things are connected. And they all, have a part in the well-being. The well-being of being present in the now and being able to, no matter what the situation you're in, that's another kind of little lesson I was in. I've talked about when I got locked up a couple of years to get back. And that was another thing that I found out during that time is just being able to find my home, finding that center no matter where I was. And I was able to find it during that time. And it's just it's nothing serious. I'm not like way out there. I'm not lost. I'm aware. And awareness is good. So let me just read you a little piece of what I was reading about this, called Your True Home. You can find your true home in the full relaxation of mind and body in the present moment. Your true home is in the here and the now. It is not limited by time, space, nationality, or race. Your true home is not an abstract idea. It is something you can touch and live in every moment. With mindfulness and concentration, the energies of the Buddha, you can find your true home in the full relaxation of your mind and body in the present moment. When we stop speaking and thinking and enjoy deeply our in and out breath, we are enjoying being in our true home, and we can touch deeply the wonders of life. This is the path shown to us by the Buddha. When you breathe in, you bring all yourself together, body and mind. You become one. Equipped with that energy of mindfulness and concentration, you may take a step. And if you can take but one mindful step, you can take another and another. You have the insight that this is your true home. You are alive. You are fully present. You are touching life as a reality. Your true home is a solid reality that you can touch with your feet and your hands and with your mind. It is fundamental that you touch your true home and realize your true home in the here and the now. All of us have the seed of mindfulness and concentration in us. By taking a mindful breath or a mindful step, you can bring your mind back to your body. In your daily life, your body and mind often go in two different directions. You're in a state of distraction. Mind in one place, body in another. Your body is putting on a coat, but your mind is preoccupied, caught in the past or the future. But between your mind and your body, there is something, your breath. As soon as you go home to your breath and you breathe with awareness, your body and mind come together very quickly. While breathing in, you don't think of anything. You just focus your attention on your in-breath. You focus. You invest 100% of yourself in your in-breath. You become your in-breath. There is a concentration on your in-breath that will make body and mind come together in just one moment. And suddenly you find yourself fully present, fully alive. Well, that's something that I am really going to dig into this next year, and concentrating on that breath, and not the goal of getting, I do want to get back to my meditation, but it's not about sitting meditation. It's about awareness all throughout the day. It's about returning to the breath all throughout the day. Even though I have a pretty, I have a lot of control over what I do my day and my lifestyle, it's not practical all the time to be able to just, sit and do proper meditation for a period of time. But almost always we can take a pause, no matter where you are at work, with people, whatever. You can always just step away for maybe just half a minute, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 if you've only got it, and just come back to that breath. When we learn, it's a powerful tool that I've never manifested fully. When we come back to that breath and learn how to come back to that breath, you'll experience a level of peace and just serenity that you probably have never known before. I've only had glimpses of it before, but holiday season, I figure it's about time. Not too many people are going to be watching videos, so I just thought I would share a little bit of what I was reading today with you and give you a little something to think about, because life isn't all about this food, and that's another reason I think I talk about sometimes, and I'm really anxious to help other people kind of get through all these stages and get the food thing down and not be struggling this thing for 2, 3, or 4 years. Because the main reason I don't want to see people, I want to see you just get the food thing out of the way. Get it down, because there's other work to be done. We can't be obsessing on the food all the time. There are many, many different components to this life. And if we're just food, thinking about it, studying about it, talking about it all day long, we're just not balanced. And if you know anything about me, I do strive for balance. So anyhow, just a rambling one. We'll say, since this is a holiday week, I'm taking some liberties to have a rambling day that's not on the weekend. Anyhow, hope you guys are doing great. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you're having a great time with your family and with your friends. If you're not celebrating Christmas, love you anyway. Whatever you're celebrating, if you're not celebrating, celebrate life. Just celebrate life. If you're not celebrating a holiday, celebrate life. And don't limit it to Friday. Celebrate life every day. Anyhow, good to see you guys, and I love you as always. Peace.